Now, one man in Mandan has quite the love for one car company.
That's why I like these old Dodges, you know. See how fast that started? Purrs like a kitten.
A love for Dodge cars runs deep in the Gartner family, dating back to the 1950s.
Back then it was just different, you know, like the Dodge slogan was Dodge different, you know, and everybody had a Chevy, everybody had a Camaro, everybody had a Mustang, you know, a Chevy pickup was a dime a dozen. I was the only one back then.
For John Gartner Jr., after growing up around the Dodge brand, he started collecting vintage cars that has turned into a collection of over 50 vehicles.
I'm the one that kind of took it to another level, but I guess my dad always had old Dodge pickups and stuff when I was growing up, and I just kind of liked them. And then I bought my first one at 14, and it just started growing from there, I guess, when I was the only one driving around with an old Dodge pickup like that. And then all of a sudden, hey, my uncle's got one over here, or this guy's got one on his farm. And then I just started gobbling them up back in the 90s when they weren't really worth anything. I don't know if you see a pattern here, but that's a van, that's a pickup. And then I got two more vans. And that semi is based off of the van, you know. So I have one of every model there. So I got the semi, the camper, the pickup, the no-window van, and then an all-window van.
Gartner still owns the pickup he bought when he was 14 and still drives it. He says it's his favorite car out of his entire collection.
My dad and I were at a race down in South Dakota, and the guy had it for, well, he didn't have it for sale, but he was pitting next to us, and I'm like, oh, I gotta have that thing. And I still remember working every day to pay for it, you know, because it was a lot of money back then. I paid $2,000 in '92, and to be honest, that's one of the most expensive ones I've ever bought. I still got it, still drive it. It's been through a lot with me, and it never let me down.
When it comes to collecting these vintage cars, he compares it to treasure hunting.
It's like, what's around the next corner, you know? You always catch a whim of, oh, there might be one over here, or my buddy's seen one over here, and then you go, you know, go knocking on doors or asking around, or you get a photo of it. I got an idea what I want to do with all of them. I'll probably have to live till I'm 1,000 to get them done, but you know, that's what keeps me going every day and gets me up and go to work, and that's what I live for.
With a treasure hunting mentality, he focuses on the original and rare vehicles to add to his collection.
The oddballs, you know, like this old pickup here, you know, you'll never see another one like that. Or this old cab over here, or this camper that's beautiful, you know. It's just when you find it like that, they're just unmolested, nice, running, driving. It's like there's nothing better than that. That's what I like. I like this unique stuff that people just their eyes pop out of their head when they see you driving around with it, you know. And like that old country song says, you'll know it's me when I drive through your town, you know.
With his large amount of vehicles, Gartner never thought that he would have the collection he has today.
I never imagined that, because it's been a lot of work and it's still fun. I don't really like to spend a bunch of money on stuff, so when you find them at a reasonable price, you gobble them up and you go on the adventure. And like every vehicle here, I remember how I paid for them and what I had to do to buy them.
Not only does he collect cars, but Gartner also races.
My dad, he was racing when I was little, my whole life. His dad raced, you know. So, and his dad was kind of the same way. Everybody was racing Fords back then, and they started racing the Chevy. Like I said, my dad raced. So then when he got out of racing, right when I was out of high school, I started racing in '96, and I've been racing ever since.
One of the most special things about Gartner's Dodge collection is being able to share it with his daughter.
She comes down there and helps me already, and she loves anything with a motor she'll ride on, you know. If I start up that snowblower or my forklift or my lawnmower, she's right on there. There's a lot of times she comes down here and all we do is ride around on a motorcycle and four-wheeler, but she tells me she wants to race already, so she's pretty convinced that she's gonna do it. Getting to share that with her and, you know, making memories like that I'm just tickled pink that I get to do that.
Gartner has no plans to ever stop adding to his collection and doing what he loves. Reporting for KX Sports, I'm Ryan Blank.